Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Motown Cooking. Today we're doing pizza dough. We have 464 grams of bread flour, 10 grams of salt, 297 grams of water, 9.1 grams of oil, 1.6 grams of yeast. To make things simple, I'm going to add some salt to a little bit of the water. I took maybe about a third of the water, and then I'm going to go ahead and mix the oil. I've done this all different ways. I've added salt towards the end. I haven't found much of a difference, to be honest with you. So mix it up, get it dissolved. Then we're going to go ahead and take 97-degree water, and we're going to add the instant dry yeast to let it bloom a little bit. Not necessary, but I get better flavor and results doing this. Go ahead and stir it up. Get it all dissolved. Just keep stirring it until it's not clumped up anymore. Then I add a little bit of flour to create a slurry, probably about 2 tablespoons. Go ahead and stir it up again, get it all nice, make a nice little slurry out of it. Add the salt water solution, then a little bit more of the reserved water to clean out the particles, then a little bit of flour, probably about half of it, and start mixing on low speed until it becomes a shaggy ball. And then I start adding my slurry mixture of the instant dried yeast and water, a little bit of flour, and then sprinkle in the remaining flour. And you want to mix until it's semi-smooth. Still be a little clumpy, but that's fine. And once it's all nice and getting combined, then we're going to go ahead and start hand kneading it. And all I'm doing is rolling it back and forth and pushing on it, just kind of causing some friction. And by the flours rubbing up on each other, or the gluten rubbing up on each other, it's going to get stronger. And you just do this until you have a pretty much smooth little surface. Just back and forth like this, push and roll, and then rotate, push, roll, rotate. Just keep going back and forth. And then I start putting in a rough little ball, kind of roll it around. And then I'm going to throw it in a container and let it sit for anywhere from a half hour to an hour and a half. You pretty much want it to almost double in size. It'll be a little sticky on top. It's no big deal. Separate it all right here. And this makes 2 12.5-inch pizzas, or pretty much 2 13-ounce dough balls. I like mine a little thicker. You could adjust it from there. So go ahead and get all the bits out of the bowl and put it back on there. Weigh it out. See what we got. And I pretty much got 27 ounces. So I'm going to go a little bit over 13 ounces each dough ball. Like I said, I like my pizzas thicker, but you could adjust it. You could make a couple of dough balls out of this recipe. I'm going to go and split in half. And if you want to know about baker's percentages and different formulas, let me know. I know all about that stuff, and I can make a longer video explaining how to put this in baker percentages and do it. But I'm just going to go ahead and roll me some balls. Right here, I press it out, I fold it over, and then I fold it on top of itself again, get a rough little shape of a ball. Then I start tucking it underneath, kind of tucking it all into the middle. And I pinch the bottom. You want to make sure that bottom's sealed, or else you'll get pretty much air pockets in there and you'll get thin spots when you open it up. So I pinch it nice and just keep rotating and pinching, rotating and pinching. Then I put it down and I kind of cup it between my 2 fingers and rotate, pressing the excess just like this, nice and tight. And just tucking it under also. This works really, really effective. Just tucking it and turning, tucking and turning. You just keep doing this and you'll get a nice sealed dough ball. Just keep working it. And then you can put it in your hand and roll it around and give it a little press to make sure it's sealed on the bottom. And then at this point, I like to get just a little bit. There's some spray oil. Not much. Just a little bit so it doesn't stick when I put it in the container to rest in the refrigerator for a couple of days. I've had this go for as long as a week. I usually do 72 hours. That's a really, really good tasting dough. The longer the better. This is optimum between 48 72. And Put it in a plastic little bag, you know, the ones that you get from the grocery store for produce. This is a neat little trick, and I'll show you why. This is going to save you a lot of headaches. Put it in there, and all you do is just twist it up to a little ponytail pretty much. Give it a nice little twist. And then you just tuck it underneath. And it's a sealed bag, and you put it in your fridge. You don't need no extra containers or anything. And this will cool it down faster, and it will pay off big time in the future. Same thing, just put it in there. Make sure the air is all out of it. Make sure it's sealed, and twist it around and just tuck it underneath, and there you go. You got a couple of beautiful dough balls. So now it's been about 48 hours on this, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you why I use these bags. It is a nice big old fermenting dough ball. This one's, I like mine over fermented a little bit. It gives me a nice airy crust, but watch. This is why I use these bags. Bloop. Just falls right out. No problems, no sticking, no issues. You just turn it inside out and drop the dough in the flour, and you're ready to rock and roll. So this is pretty good right here. Just coat it, open it up, and this is my finished pizza. Like I said, like and subscribe, and if you want more videos, let me know, please.